What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be installing a cold air intake and an intake manifold spacer. So let's get right to it. First things first, we have to get this plastic cover off. Let's set that to the side. Now we're going to get our flathead and get that and that off, and then we will just pull this off right here. I already loosened mine. Oh, and we're also going to pull this off from the back right there. Honestly, not sure what that is, but there it is. Got this. Now we're just going to set this to the side. We've got 4 10mm bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're going to take those off. All right, so we just got it off, and this would be a great time if you have any sort of carbon buildup around there to get that off. I did that when I first got the car. And so we're gonna get our spacer right here. We have this little indent. I believe it corresponds and goes, the indent goes on top of that right there, just like that. So we got our gaskets here and our 4 extra long bolts, and we're just gonna put this in. Make sure you don't forget to put when your bolts get on, make sure you don't forget to put the bolt through here for this one right there. All right, so we got it roughly in here. We have our gasket, our spacer, our other gasket, and we've got 2 bolts in already. Just gonna tighten this down, and that's it for the spacer. All right, so we just got that spacer on, and right now it's a good time to test fit your air intake. So I just did that. Looks good, looks like it'll fit. So now we're gonna take this air box off. First thing we're gonna do is take off this mass airflow sensor, and then I believe it's just these 2 nuts right there holding that on, and then that should come off. All right, so I just got the air box out. It's these, taking off those 2 nuts right there, the mass airflow sensor, and then down there, it's like stuck in there, so you just have to pull it up to get it out. So got that out. Now we can start putting the intake on. All right, so the first thing we did is we got our heat shield and this stuff that they gave us, and then we run it all the way around back to the other side. You want to start it and end right here, and then you just cut off the extra. I had a little bit extra, so now let's put it in. All right, so that bracket that they gave us is going to go right here, and then they also gave us this right here. So we're going to slide this bottom end right here and put it underneath there, and then we can use the bolt that it gave us and tighten this down. I don't know that I'm doing this right, but we have that nut back on the top there, and on the bottom we bolted into that grommet thing with the threads that they gave us that I didn't have a bolt that would fit in it, so I had to find my own, I believe. That's how it goes. It does seem awfully wobbly, so that's that for now. So now we can put the intake on. All right, so we've got the intake screwed in on that side. Right now it's not very sturdy, like I said earlier, so I'm hoping it kind of tightens up, and now we can put this on. But before we do that, we are going to connect our mass air intake sensor. So let's do that and then put this in. All right, guys, so we just finished. Looks great, besides that, which I'll have to clean. Yeah, we just got the mass airflow sensor in there and tightened down these clamps. And then this before was on there and it ran into that, but we don't have that anymore. So they gave us this piece of hose. So We just put that on there. It doesn't really fit too great on here. It's on there good enough, trust me. It's not coming off, even though it's not all the way up there. So then we just put the other side on here, and now we can do some sound test. All right, so she's warmed up, so let's see what we got. Right away you can hear that spacer, that whistle. The throttle response is definitely way better. I don't know that there's any power gains, maybe torque just because of the throttle response, but way better. Can't see our spacer. Still haven't cleaned her up, so we're gonna do that really soon. Just sit it right there. Let's go on a quick drive and see if it feels any different on the road. All right, you can definitely hear that spacer working. Me mentally, but I feel like it's definitely gotten a little quicker in acceleration. Obviously, I don't think it added any top speed or anything like that. It's more of a throttle response, maybe a little bit of torque mod. So would I recommend it? Yes, it is definitely solid, something I would do over and over again, any vehicle I got. I didn't know about throttle body spacers before this, but yeah, I'm glad I found out they were a thing. This is a beautiful place to just take a drive. It's got a lot of wines, W-I-N-D-S. Look at that. Look at that. There we go. Mount Poolside. And I love Tennessee. Look at this. Wow. So that was definitely one of the quickest and easiest things I've done in this car. I have plenty more videos coming, things I just did and things we're about to do, so stay tuned for the next one, and thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.